The resilience of a woman is just something that a man can't fathom. Then I give a little bit more kudos to mothers. You know, the capacity of a mother to withstand physical pain just by virtue of childbirth is something that most men just can't even comprehend. It's just incredible. So what happens, unfortunately, is because of that capacity to withstand pain and subsequently suffering, is women will go from this position of inherent natural resilience to psychological tolerance. And it's a disservice to both themselves and their partner, where they're learning to put up with something because they can, versus using their resilience as a form of being a stand for something in the way that they get treated with respect and love and kindness. You know, there's obviously some buffer in there in terms of, okay, we want to occasionally hold the little child of our partner, the man who can be vulnerable enough to sort of feel shy or embarrassed about something that didn't work out, and the woman can step up and say, I gotcha. But she doesn't want to have a third or fourth child who's represented as a husband, right? Mm-hmm. And conversely, the other way around. If the woman is having a bad day or just the chemistry of her body each month is feeling very emotional, can the man be strong enough to just hold space and not take what she says personally and be affected like a little boy who's all butt hurt? And so I think that's the beauty of a relationship. It's just rather than being 95% a woman and 5% a little girl and 95% a man and then 5% a little boy, those roles tend to be reversed. And that dynamic's just not going to work. You know, I'm not saying we should adhere to a traditional model, but there's something beautiful about the archetypes of the man who's the rock, who provides the stability and the safety, and the woman who gets to express her divinity through this endless forms of dance and clothing and handbags and just the beauty of her self-expression, which includes nurturance and supporting the family in a way that is really just about love. But there has to be the container for her to feel safe enough to be able to do that. And I know I've fallen short in my past relationships, and that's something that I'm willing to look at and be accountable for.